Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. Back at you with another episode. Yep. Like, share the video, and all that good stuff. And we're going to do like we always do, man. You know, we're going to talk that talk, and we're going to go out and make it happen. You know? Go out and make it happen, man. You know? There's a lot of things going on in this crazy world that we live in, you know? But hey, as long as you still have your health, strength, you got some pit bones in your body, you can always go out here and make something happen. You just got to believe in yourself. Got to believe in yourself when nobody does. You know? But yeah, this topic was brought to my attention a couple of days ago. And I've been overseas quite a bit. I've traveled quite a bit over the past 20 plus years. As a matter of fact, I was talking to my cousin last week, and he brags to other people about me, how all the places I've been to and around the world and all that stuff. And to be honest, man, I never talk about it. I never talk about places I've traveled and visited over years. I don't, unless somebody asks, I don't really talk about that stuff. I always looked at it like, most people don't care. They haven't been there. Would you? So, most people, if I tell somebody how it was when I went to Australia, yeah, they might say, yeah, it sounds good, but they're probably not going to be able to relate. They can imagine, but they probably won't be able to relate. So that's why I don't really talk about a lot of that stuff. I kind of downplay it. And plus, another thing, when I'm around my peoples, friends and family, they don't really care about my accomplishments and places that I've been to. They when I go back home, they see me. I'm nephew. I'm cousin. They don't, yeah, they see some of the stuff they hear about some stuff I do or see it, but they don't really care about that stuff like that. They just like me for being me, and that's it. So that's why I don't really talk about a lot of that stuff. To me, it's like it's just some shit that I just started doing because people wanted to see more of it. That's all, man. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really make plans to write a book or write anything for that matter. I always say I never wanted to be online. I never wanted to do videos online or really do anything really. I started doing it because people were calling for me to do it. you know. And I never really, just like traveling, traveling was never a goal for me. I wasn't the type of kid that grew up and said, hey, I want to go to Europe. I want to travel the world and see all these groups of people. Nah, I wasn't one of those kids growing up. I didn't really grow up like that. I just wanted to hang around my family and be able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. That was my thing. I didn't really, I just wanted to live a simple life, you know? That's basically it. But through all the times and places and experiences I've had, and people have asked me if you could live any other place outside of North America, where would it be? And I always say, I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know where else I would live if it wasn't for North America. Because a lot of these cultures, people love their culture, boy. They have pride in their damn culture. And some of these damn cultures, they're fucking losers. I tell one dude one time, your culture is failing you right now. You living in a goddamn favela or in a shack, and your kids and wife is starving, and you over here telling me about your goddamn culture. You sound like a damn fool. That's what I told him. This shit don't make no damn sense. And see, a lot of these people, man, from these other countries, they don't have a problem with being second-class citizen, so to speak. They don't really have a lot of fight in them. Like me, for example. I was raised, I'm going to fight you until death. That means I'm never going to give up. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was raised. It's like these other groups of guys, they weren't necessarily raised like that. They're very submissive, passive, and I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around guys that's passive like that. I'm like, I'm around a bunch of cowards. That's how I feel. So some of these guys, it's cool to hang out with them or whatever for a short period of time or whatever. But I rarely meet a lot of guys, especially in other countries, that I feel comfortable being around. I mean, in North America, this is the Wild Wild West. And even here, I'm not comfortable being around most guys because they're cowards and they're too damn passive. So these guys in other countries, they're worse, in my opinion. I'm like, let me tell you something. I know guys that's from North America. They moved to Brazil, Colombia, places like that. And they moved to the fucking favela, to the hood. Are you fucking kidding me? Make that make sense to me. I don't understand that shit. But let me tell you something. If I got a family wife and kids, I'm getting my family up out of that goddamn favela or the fucking hood. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get my family up out of there. I don't give a damn. At some point, fuck that goddamn culture. You know what I'm saying? See, this is my way of thinking. See, a lot of these other guys in these other cultures, they don't think like that. They sit around drinking, getting high. And I'm not saying all of them, but the ones that are in, that live, that aren't well off, struggling or whatever, they're not, a lot of them, these people are not trying to get out of that situation. You have to understand. You know, if you go to South America, even Europe too, can't forget about Europe. Europe is a ghetto ass motherfucking place. Shit, it ain't popular in Europe like that. Don't get it twisted. Don't let these people fool you. The thing Europe is all glamorous. No, But if you meet someone in the favela right now, I don't care what country it is, in 5-10 years, they'll still be in that motherfucker. 9 times out of 10. You know? It's just, and then check this out. Some of those people will move to North America straight to the hood again. And they won't have no problem with it. You know why? Because it's an upgrade compared to where they came from. And that don't make no sense either to me, because hell, ain't no such thing as a good hood. What the hell are you talking about? That's the logic in that is craziness. You know, I'm saying maybe my standards is too high. I don't know. But if that's, I'm not moving my family. I'm not going to be comfortable with my family being in the hood or being in the favela. You know, no. Now, see, some of these guys that go to these other countries or whatever, they don't have a problem with none of that shit. Let me tell you what else is weird. A lot of these guys go to the favela and they treat it like it's a fucking tourism or some shit like that. They're like, oh, I want to go there and shoot a video and see how it looks and show it to everybody. I don't understand that either. You know, I mean, you're kind of risking your life doing that. Because in those hood areas, this is just generally speaking, in the hood, people don't like cameras. So you're kind of putting your life on the line when you doing videos. Even if you have a tour guide, you're really putting your life on the line. You know, I don't know if some of y'all guys know that, but I'm not going to no goddamn favela when I go to Brazil and Colombia. I'm not doing that shit. That don't make no sense.
No.
You know, that don't make no sense, man. You know, but see, a lot of these guys are cool with it. They're cool. They'll keep going over there wherever they go to. It don't matter what country. They'll go over there year after year. You know, just banging all the women as much as they can. You know, they'll go to all, they don't care where she live at. Whether she's in the hood or whether she's in, you know, a nice neighborhood. You know, it's like a lot of these guys don't get tired of that shit. And that's another thing. Most guys go through stages. I get it. You know, but at some point, you have to graduate. You can't keep living the reckless lifestyle for the rest of your life. You it's gonna catch up with you after a while. You can't keep drinking, getting high, smashing a bunch of women. So you're like 40, 50, 60 years old, still, you know, partying all the time. That's gonna catch up with you after a while. It's just gonna happen. Either if you don't sit down, Mother Nature will sit your ass down. And I know quite a few guys that, you know, they ended up getting sick after a while. Because, you know, they still trying to rip and run. And they late 40s and 50s, 60 years old. Even 70-year-olds. You know, they trying to live that life, still getting high. Some still sniffing. That shit's gonna catch up with you after a while. That's all I'm saying. At some point, man, it's probably a good idea to just hang that shit up and just have one woman, man. You know what I'm saying? And how much? I mean, at some point after you this is just my thinking. You know, because and P.S. by the way, I've been around the world. I've met people around the world. I know people from fucking everywhere, right? So maybe it's just me. But at some point, I got tired of meeting all these goddamn people. I got tired of dealing with so many different personalities after a while. I was like, yo, I just want to hang around a handful of people. You know, I don't need to see everybody all the time. I'll call whoever I want to call. You know, and some of them will fall off. That's just life. Everybody's not going to be around 20, 30, 40 years down the line. It just don't happen like that. All I need is a handful of people, probably less than 10, you know, and I need to be close to 4 or 5, and I need to have probably 2 women, and I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, I'll meet somebody new, you know, or at least or at least get close to somebody new, or at least allow somebody to get close to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good. And, you know, I'll still travel, you know, from time to time or whatever. But I haven't lately. I haven't been outside of North America. Because, you know, I told you, I'm not taking no shots. So, and I'm not getting nothing stuck up my nose either. The people well, I forgot what they call that shit. But I'm not getting anything stuck up my nose. So I don't know when I'm gonna be able to leave North America because seems like all these countries at the moment, you gotta have that card. That COVID card. Yeah, well, at least the places where I want to go, you gotta have that card. You know? And if you don't got the card, you gotta have that, you gotta take that PCR test. And I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing none of that shit. So, and I said this 3 years ago, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm not taking that. I'm not going along with none of that shit. And then people was like, well, you're gonna be waiting for a long time. Oh well, shit. I ain't never been there anyway, so it don't even matter. And the place that I have been, so be it. Shit, I can wait. I ain't in no hurry to go back. You know, I ain't missing shit anyway. You know how I know I ain't missing shit? Because most of these places are about the same or similar. So, hey, you can't miss what you never had. You know, you can't miss what you never had. Shit. So I ain't really sweating it like that. It's all good. I wait it out. You know? ATL in the building. Big Mike. Yeah, salute. Salute, Big Mike. Salute. Yeah, so you know, I ain't tripping. I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere. You know. And boy, shit. Fuck that. And you know what's crazy? I know people that work in the medical field and they haven't taken no shots. So I found that to be very interesting.
No.
Yeah. So, hey, man, you know, but wherever I would like to have dual citizenship. I don't know where that would be at, but I would like to have dual citizenship. Yeah, I thought about this years ago, probably like 10 years ago. I thought about Ghana or what's that other place? I forgot that other place, man. You know, I think it's a place where a lot of Brazilians live at. I forgot. It's the other place where the country in Africa where a lot of Brazilians migrated to. I forgot the name of it. No, it's not Nigeria. No, it's damn. It starts with an A. It's starts with an A. I forgot. I'm gonna try to God damn. Yeah, I forgot. It's a lot of not a Brazilian. I mean, I'm gonna Google it. Brazilian. See, Brazilian country, and yeah. Let's see. Let's see. No, it didn't come up, man. You know. Nah, it didn't come up, man. Uh, I don't know exactly where it's at. Well, I don't know exactly where it's at, but I know a lot of um Brazilians went there like 200-300 years ago, and they end up forming a country there. Let me see. I'm gonna try to let me see. It still didn't come up, man. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Angola. There you go. Yep, that's it. You got it, Mike. You got it. Angola. There you go. Yep. Yeah, I think they got oil. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, Angola. Yeah, that's the country that people were telling me to go, I should visit there. They were saying it's a very nice place to visit. They said if you like Brazil, you really like Angola. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you really like Angola. It's a much um uh it's a I don't know, better vibe. I don't fucking know. I haven't been to Brazil yet, so I can't say, you know. I think they're super rich in the regular areas. Oh, okay. Well, they got that oil. Shit, they most countries that have that oil are really. There's a lot of rich people there, for the most part. Unless somebody robbing and stealing, you know, like that dude over here. Yeah, a lot of robbing and stealing. That's another thing about a lot of these guys in these other countries. This is part of the reason why. See, you have to understand. This is how I think. I don't want to be around certain activities. I try to stay away from certain activities. Like some people have said to me, "Well, how come you didn't stay in Japan once you got out the Navy?" I was like, "Well, to see the problem with that, you know, I realized being in. First of all, here's something that I've never revealed online. Japan. I've had some of my worst experiences in life in Japan. Yeah, I've had some of my worst experiences in life in Japan. It was horrible. the first 2 years was horrible in Japan. I mean, just socially speaking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I've had shit that happened in Japan that hasn't happened since I left Japan. So, you know, I kind of, when it was time to leave Japan, I was like, man, I'm out of here. You know, it was kind of, I didn't want to leave, and then I did want to leave. And I was like, you know, whatever, you know. And, you know, it's a lot of robbing and stealing over there amongst the Japanese, Chinese, Koreans. You know, they're robbing motherfuckers so bad over there. You know, they come up with schemes where they'll rob you and move to Dubai or some shit like that, or move to Korea or some shit like that. You know, it's just I don't want to be around that shit. You know, and see, I wasn't around the best people in the world either. That's another thing. And see, I didn't know any better at the time because I was so young. I'm in my early 20s. I'm like 20 years old when I went to Japan. I didn't know no better. I didn't know who was in the mafia and who was regular working class and who was a Yakuza girl. And I didn't know what the hell was going on over there. You know, I just know the girl looked good, shit. And they'd be like, oh, she's a fucking whore. God damn, how am I supposed to know that? Shit, you got all the good looking girls as hoes? What the hell going on?
No.
What the hell going on, man? What the hell going? I didn't know. So it took me 2 years to figure out how the landscape, socially speaking, in Japan. You know, it took me like 2 years, really. And by that 2 years, I was like, man, I can't wait till my time up. I gotta get up out of here. Y'all fucking crazy over here. You know? Shit. And plus, I didn't speak the language that well. That's another thing that that's a disadvantage that I had. I didn't speak that well. Japanese is a very hard language to learn. It's not easy like these other languages. It's not easy like Spanish. Japanese is just difficult to pick up. It'll take you years to learn that shit. For real. It's not an easy language to learn. It's very different. And Japan is one of those places where the guys they self-sabotage a lot, man. A lot of these dudes are very passive. I'm like, man, I can't hang with you, man. You're a coward. It's like, and another thing, if you say something, like if you tell a guy, hey, man, I like you, I think you're not living up to your full potential, this and that or whatever. Even if you mean well, that'll be the last time you see him ever again. He'll take it as an insult. And it couldn't be a man or woman. They won't invite you out to the party no more or the dinner or whatever they got going on. So it's that type of vibe out there. They're passive aggressive out there for the most part. And see, I'm not the type that I'm not kissing your ass, man, because I'm in another country. Now, I'm not gonna be arrogant, but I ain't kissing your ass now. There's a fine line now. I'll let you slide a little bit now, but you go too far. I'm like, wait a minute now. Yeah, you going too goddamn far. Shit. Hey, man, I'm still a man now. Hey, shit. We'll tear this motherfucker up. So you better chill out. So see, that's the type of vibe I'm on, I'm like, hey man, don't let these dress clothes fool you. And I'm respecting, look, you respect me, I respect you, man. But keep in mind, what you give off is what you get back from me. That's how I am. That's my philosophy. Now I got two sides. I have what you give off. If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. We have a good time. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. But if you cross me, hey man, I don't let shit go so easily. Some people say, man, you hold grudges. Well, you can call it whatever you want to call it. But hey, what you give off, what you get back. But I've always been solid though. Everywhere I've been solid. People, people respect me for the most part. Now they might not like what I say, or how I say it, but they know that I'm coming from a good place, and I mean well. They know I ain't gonna bullshit them. A lot of people realize this, unless you're a bullshitter. If you're a bullshitter, well, they're not gonna like anything I say. They'll disagree with everything, especially if they don't like. If a person doesn't like you, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say that they'll like. Yeah. You can think about how when President Obama was in the White House, love him or hate him, the people that didn't like him, even before he got up in there, there's nothing he could have done that would have changed their minds. That's just how that shit is. You know, as far as his politics, that's another story. We'll talk about that later. You know, but that's usually how it go. You know, but if someone doesn't like you, there's nothing you can do about it. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't make them like you, or that's a bunch of crap. You can't, even if you go out of your way to do shit, they're going to pick up on it. And a lot of times they'll play on it and try to, make you look like a fool. So you're just wasting your damn time. If someone don't like you, oh, well, shit, I don't got to be around them. I haul ass. I know when to leave. I don't got time for all that shit. I don't, man. But this is partly the main reason why I haven't figured out what country I'm going to get dual citizenship in. Because there's some shit I don't want to be around. I don't, And plus, I'm not the type that like being secluded either. I like being out amongst people. I don't like being like kind of secluded and all that shit. Yeah, I'm not naturally like that. Now I can do it. I'm kind of a loner now, but I'm not naturally like that. I like being around people. I like talking to people. Some people will move to these other countries and don't give a damn about meeting anybody. And that's some weirdo shit to me. I mean, why would you move somewhere or spend a lot of time somewhere and not interested in meeting anybody there? That's some weirdo shit to me. And when something happened to you or you need some help, you don't got nobody to call. That's some weirdo shit, man. And there's a lot of people doing that. They'll go to the DR and they'll just run through the women, but there's no plan, and he don't really got no friendships with nobody there. And when some shit happens, he's shit out of luck. That type of shit happens. People get caught up, they get jammed up. Some people get shot because they don't got no relationships there with nobody. They don't got no friends. I mean, who got your back in these damn places? You'd be like, oh, I'll call the police. Oh, the police ain't got your back. The police ain't got your back here. Come on, man. We got to do better than that. We got to think better than that. And then you got a lot of these people online, they'll lie to you and tell you, man, you don't got to have no good social skills, man. Just be yourself. Well, hell, most people don't know who they are. How the hell am I supposed to be myself if I don't know who I am already? That shit don't make no sense. But that's what a lot of these people tell you online, that, hey, man, you be okay. Just get on the plane and go over there. Get over the plane and go over there where? Just grab your passport, get your plane ticket, and fly away. You don't got to write about nothing. Bullshit. These bitches is getting motherfuckers robbed in these other countries too. If you a fucking idiot, it ain't sweet in these damn places. Like people be saying to y'all. Now some of these guys are fucking clueless. And I'll tell you how I noticed. Because I've been around a lot of these guys that were clueless. They they're clueless in North America. You know they're gonna be clueless in South America. Yeah, some guys. There's some people, man. Everybody know people that's like this. They're kind of like childlike, docile, and kind of clueless. Don't really know what's going on. Bad social skills. Everybody knows somebody that's like this. And I'd be like, yo, bro, you need to stay your ass home. Them bitches gonna get you, bro. Everybody knows somebody that's like this. And these same people be saying stuff like, man, I don't know why she did that to me, man. Why is she treating me like that? She treated you like that because you're too soft and weak. And you were a people pleaser. And you said yes to everything. You are a yes man. And unfortunately, I'm going to say a lot of women don't like guys that's like that. Just say yes to everything. Damn. This fool will do anything. If I jam him in his ass, he'll go along with that too. This fool will do anything. Whatever I say, he go along with it. You know, that's not a good idea to be like that. You know, it's yeah. See, a lot of people say, well, happy life, happy wife. That phrase has been taken out of context. It doesn't mean what it sounds like. You know, but a lot of guys don't realize this. They just I don't know, man. Maybe their dad went around like that, or maybe their dad weren't shit, whatever. But for some people, man, it ain't no hope, man. For some of these guys and gals, especially online. Online, man, you got a bunch of retards. For real. I don't even know how to be nice about it. You got a bunch of retards online. I mean, there's retards offline too. People you work with at that job, you know, they mentally challenged too. People you work with at the job, but online, boy, you got people that they just show their ass, and they're just saying anything. And a lot of stuff people say, you know, they don't believe that shit, but they'll say it anyway because, you know, they want some attention and they want some views or whatever. But even then, this shit ain't gonna last long. And because the even the views that the person might get, they won't know how to capitalize off it and strategize and use it to their advantage in the long run. Because they don't really know what they're doing. And I've been online for what? I don't know, 15 years now. I've seen people come and go. And a lot of these people you see online now, they're new. They weren't around like 5-7 years ago. And in the next, say, 5-7 years, a lot of these people you see now, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna disappear. You're gonna go to their channel and you ain't gonna see no new videos there. You be like, damn, man, she don't upload shit no more. That bitch gone. You know, she was just around for, you know, laughs and giggles. You know, and shit. She didn't have no talent. Could be he or she. They didn't have no talent. They didn't really know shit. They didn't really have nothing to say. It was all about laughs and giggles and saying the most outlandish shit you can say, but the shit don't make no sense. You know? And if you meet a lot of these people in person, you wouldn't like them. You wouldn't like them, and the shit be awkward too. If you walk up to them, you know, you walk up to some of these people, you'd be like, oh, they'll be like, they'll be looking at you like you about to rob them or some shit like that. Why is this motherfucker walking up to me like he know me? I'm telling you. I want you to test it out. If you see somebody in person that you watch, maybe you watch their channel online, and if you see them out in public, walk up to them and introduce yourself. And 9 times out of 10, this shit is gonna be a very awkward interaction. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Because that's been my experience with most of these people. Most of these people are not cool and not fun to be around. There's nothing really interesting about a lot of them. It really ain't, See, when you meet me in public, what you see is what you get. This ain't no damn. I'm not acting. I'm not an actor. I'm not a character, like some people like to say. I'm not a character. It's just who I am. I'm just living my life. That's all I'm doing. And check this out. The best part about this, not only am I living my life, I'm paying it forward. I'm helping other people along the way. I'm helping other people along the way. And how many people do you know online can say that they've helped anybody, even one person? I've helped people get some damn money online. Whether they're veterans or regular people, I've helped a lot of people since I've been online. And sometimes I didn't get anything out of it. And sometimes I did get something out of it. And that's cool, either way. But how many of the people do you follow can actually say, hey, man, I helped a lot of people since I've been online? A lot of them can't say it, bro. You know why? Because they don't know how to. Because they don't got the skills. They don't really know what to tell you. All they know is people like, I don't know, maybe they like looking at them, or maybe they say some crazy wild shit every once in a while, and people kind of resonate with whatever that is, because, there's a lot of people online looking for a daddy. Their dad wasn't shit, or their dad wasn't around like that. So they're looking for a dad. They're looking for a father figure. See, I had a good father, so I ain't looking for another father figure. I already had one. He passed away. Rest in peace to my father. So I had a good role model growing up. I don't want another father. So I ain't looking for that online. I didn't come for that online. I came online just to have fun, have a good time, and living my life. That's it, really. That's really it. That's how I got started. I was just having a good time, having fun. I didn't come online and say, hey, I'm going to start a channel and it's going to be all about comedy, or it's going to be all about, just having fun, laughs and giggles. No, not at all, man. Or I didn't say, hey, I want to create a travel channel. No, I didn't say none of that shit in the beginning. I was just putting up videos when I went to Mexico or Japan or back home. That's basically how it was. Or when I was in Atlanta, that's how it got started. That's basically how I got started, man. I'm not saying there's something wrong with starting a channel like other people do. I'm not saying anything wrong with that at all. But a lot of these people don't really have much to say. This is why they have to bring other guests. They have to have guests all the time, because they don't really have anything to say to you. So they'll be like, hey, I gotta bring somebody on or whatever, Maybe they have more views than them or whatever. See, I don't do this shit for views, by the way. You know what I'm saying? If, that's for the podcast. That's what the podcast is for. Yeah, I do that when it comes to the podcast. Yeah, I do it for views over there. Yeah, for sure. But over here, I don't do it for views. You know why? Because I don't want to put time into something over here. And it takes one person to look at the channel and be like, oh, I don't like what he's saying. This shit is offensive. Oh, I'm a shadow ban his ass. See, I'm not willing to put my time and effort and commitment into something, and some old chump from that works for Google is going to demonetize my channel because he didn't like what I said, or I got women in the video he don't like, because his wife at home big like a buffalo, and he got a problem with that because, in his mind, I'm not supposed to have any good looking woman in his mind, and the reason why he thinks that way because he's been trained to think that way, so it's a lot of it's based on jealousy and envy, so I'm not willing to put my time and effort into something and it can be taken away overnight. Hell no, I'm never doing that shit again. I did that the first time and that's what happened. The hell with that. Get me once, okay. Hit me twice, shame on me. No, I'm not doing that shit no more, But I always do a podcast, A matter of fact, I just started a second podcast. Like what? Last week, And it don't have nothing to do with no traveling, no dating, no nothing, But hey, it's all good, It's all good. I know what it is. I've been on here for a long time. And I've seen things change. I've seen people come and go. But I'm still trying to figure out which country I want to have dual citizenship in. But because, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these places, a lot of these guys and places, I don't want to be around because they're too passive. And a lot of these cultures have failed them. I don't want to be around that shit. Now you might say, hey, well, if you move over there to where they live at, you don't got to stay in the hood or whatever. Of course I'm not going to be in the hood. But you still going to be around people. People in these other countries, for the most part, everybody hangs amongst each other. Unless you're in some place like Asia or something like that. Or Africa, where they got a damn strong caste system, But these other places, for the most part, they everybody is amongst each other. The rich and the working class and the middle class, they're amongst each other. They're not too far from each other. They go to the same places for the most part. It's not like in America. In America, rich people don't hang out with working class people or poor people. Now they might call you every once in a while, or they'll hang out with you if you paid to be around them. But for the most part, rich people don't fuck with working class people. Now in other places, it's not so much like that. So if I move there, wherever there is, I'm going to be amongst them too. You can't hide forever. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to come on and say anything, let's do it. You know, yeah, that's pretty much how that is, man. You can't, you can run, but you can't hide. That's just usually how that is. You know, but yeah, but it's good to make friends, or at least try to, when you go to these other places. Sometimes it might not work out, and that's okay. You know, but it takes time though. You got to go there probably a couple of times, or you have to stay there for a long period of time. Like I give you an example. If you go to visit somewhere, like if you go there for like a couple of days or a week or something like that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to meet the vacation hoe. That's what you're gonna meet. The vacation hoe or the tourist hoe. You're not gonna meet, it's gonna be hard for you to meet a local person of quality. That's gonna be very difficult. Plus, you don't speak the language. You don't speak the language, and you're there for what? 4 or 5 days, 7 days. You're gonna meet the tourist hoe. That's what you're gonna meet. And they're just there just to try to get you out of your money. They're trying to get you out of your money as quick as possible so they can move on to the next guy. Basically, it takes time to meet quality people. I mean, just in general, just generally speaking. You know what I'm saying? That shit doesn't happen. Like, it's probably not going to happen your first trip. Plus, you don't speak the language. If you don't speak the language, it's going to be very difficult. Unless you know somebody. Now, if you know somebody, okay, that's a different story. Maybe they might introduce you to some people. Great. But most of these guys, including myself, most of the time, I don't know anybody there in these places. I try to meet people before I get there, at least get some referrals or something like that. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. And that's okay. Sometimes I'll meet people when I get there. And man, time moves fast when you get to these. If you go to some place like Japan, well, the problem with Japan is it's not friendly to foreigners. It's not a foreign friendly place. And so you really need somebody to show you around when you go to places like that. Especially if you don't understand the language. You can't read the language. You can't speak the language. It's not that easy like a lot of people think. You're gonna be walking around lost and shit. No, that's by the time you get used to being there, it's gonna be time for you to leave. And then you then you be planning the next trip. The next trip gonna take you what? 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. And you go back there again, and you might meet somebody that's halfway decent. It turns out she's just a dirty, rotten hoe. That's usually how it go. And then let me tell you what's crazy. Now, this is crazy to me. I would never do no shit like this. And all my peoples, us veterans, we know better not to do no shit like this. You got people that will look at videos online of somebody, and he might be an older guy too. Maybe he just retired or whatever, or he thinking about retiring. This motherfucker will retire, sell all his shit here in North America, and move to Thailand. And he ain't never been there before at all. He'll move to Colombia. He ain't never been there before. He'll move to Brazil. He ain't never been there before. Are you fucking crazy?
No.
Are you fucking crazy? Let me tell you something. And not only do he move there, he'll buy a fucking condo, and he don't even know the landscape of the area or nothing. He'll just go there and start buying shit. He don't even know if the damn realtor legit or the seller of the property might be a fucking criminal. He don't know shit. He just buying some shit, you know? And then when he get robbed, he's surprised. Now, all my peoples, we know better not to do no shit like that. We know not to move fast like that. Moving fast is a no. I don't even move fast like that in North America. So why the hell would I move fast like that anywhere else? That's a recipe for a disaster, you know? But you got people that will do that shit. I mean, they ain't never been to the place before. And they're moving there like, hey, I'm all in. Oh, hell no. You crazy as hell. But this is what I'm talking about when I say some people are clueless. This is a good example. You know, some people are they just be doing shit. They be doing too much, too fast. And then when it doesn't go right, when the girl robbed him, or he gets hemmed up in some type of way, people be like, well, I wonder what happened to him. He got shot. Yeah. He probably met some woman, and she probably got to know him for a while and got access to everything he had, and she set him up. That shit happens. That shit happen here in North America. That's not, people act like that's something new. Nah, yo, it's doggy dog out here. It's a cold game. It's a cold world out here. This is why you shouldn't move fast like that. And these people, you don't gotta have no game, man. Man, fuck all that shit. You don't gotta have no social skills. Shit, you crazy. That's being naive. That's the naive way of thinking. That sounds like something your mama told you when you were growing up. You're a nice man. Yeah, but I'm single. I'm 50 years old. Shit, that nice shit ain't working out, Mom. That shit ain't working out. Shit, if I want to, wherever I represent, it has to be some type of benefit now. Come on, Mom. See, your mom will tell you all the good stuff. You know, she don't want to hurt your feelings, but she know she failed you. You know, the billionaire tell the millionaire what the poor think. That's why they don't hang with certain people. Well, yeah, that's usually how it is, Ghost Rider. You know, you're right about that. You know, but yeah, you know, it's like there's a lot of things. And P.S. by the way, I don't care where you go out overseas. I don't care what country. You're going to get taken advantage of. Just get that out of your mind where you think that shit is going to be perfect and you're not going to have no run-ins with anybody. You're going to get taken advantage of some way, somehow. That's damn near impossible. You think that everything's supposed to go smooth and you won't have no problems? That's bullshit. You got to get out of that fairy tale world that you living in. You looking at too many Hollywood movies. Or looking at too many videos online with some of these guys. Some of these guys online, they tell you all the good stuff, but they don't tell you about the bad stuff. You know? That's the thing. No one wants to talk about all the negative stuff, all the bad stuff that they've experienced. I'm probably the only one that told you about a lot of the bad stuff that happened to me. You know? Because I'm a realist. And plus, I've been to a lot of these places. And I live in the real world. You know? So everyone wants to talk about all the good things. They don't like talking about hoes. You know, they just want to talk about the good girls. You know, they don't want to talk about the you know, the girls of the night. You know, they don't want to talk about strippers. They just want to tell you about the religious girls, you know, the Muslim women. Hey, that's cool. I talk about both sides. There's a dark side to women, and there's a light side of women. See, I grew up, I saw both sides of women when I was growing up. I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly of women. So this is why when I see women do some fucked up shit, hey man, that bitch grew up fucked up. 9 times out of 10. That was her upbringing. Her upbringing got her like that. It's bad programming. I don't throw every woman in the damn basket and say, hey, that bitch is a hoe. All these bitches is hoes. Because I had a bad experience with a woman like that. Nah, I don't do that shit. Because I know every woman didn't grow up the same. That's just her. That's all. Just because I had a bad experience with somebody like that. Hell, I mean, if I stay around a hoe or a old rotten bitch for too long, damn, I expect to get taken advantage of over time. I mean, it might not happen, but come on, man. I mean, let's just use some common sense here. You don't gotta be the smartest person in the world to know that. If she's a rotten bitch, what do you think gonna happen if you stay around her long enough? She's probably gonna try you. And she's probably gonna succeed. If you're not smart enough, you know, if you don't got some pit bones in your body, you know what I'm talking about? That's how it is.
Hey,
Yo.
bud. How you doing?
Oh, good, man. You?
Yeah, I just got back from walking around.
What,
Getting
Baltimore?
something.
You downtown?
No, I was in Towson.
Oh, okay. What's on
So
your
what's
mind,
up?
buddy?
Nah, just real quick. Yeah, yeah, I can see where that's happening. But I didn't learn how to be that simping way to take care of the woman and what is it, happy wife, how, all that bullshit. Excuse me,
Oh,
man.
yeah, that shit been taken out of context.
The media is pushing this shit too much. They gotta
Yeah, I
stop.
remember they started saying that shit, man, like early
20,
2000s.
yeah. It slowly crept up, but I think 2012 was the max. I
Yeah,
think everybody was,
that's when they blew it up.
yeah, because I think my mom was alive then. That's about it. And then listening to my ex talk about that bullshit, it's like, yeah, that's right time. That's right time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I try to, just take care of myself now and whatnot, and be stern. You know, that's why my ex likes me hanging around. I do not understand that shit. He
That's why
couldn't stand
you said that's why she likes hanging around?
likes me hanging around her at her house. I'm
Because
like,
of what?
I, I'm more stern. I'm direct. I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
you need to do this, you need to do that. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to tell. Like, say for instance, she has a back door that's under the stairs, and she has another back door to the laundry room, which it connects. And I'm telling her, you need to. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you, but you need to lock that back door there and put because she's got a thing on it, and then lock the one between the laundry and the rest of your basement. In fact, once you get this other door fixed, it is fixed. Lock this other door from the basement because you never know who's going to try to get in. So, I'm
Yeah,
telling her stuff.
yeah. That's
Go ahead.
not being an asshole. You just telling her.
Yeah,
That's a given. Common sense, damn near.
yeah, but before I be all soft about it, I'm not. Nah, nah, not even. I
And
hate it.
plus, I look at it like if I'm in here, I don't want no damn door unlocked.
Right, right.
Shit,
That
that's
that
my safety involved.
right, right. And and you know what? Let me throw this at the 50-50 people. It ain't gonna be 50-50. But if it's gonna be some
Oh,
kind of half and half, let me tell you, the man pays everything to the point of the house on outside and takes care of it.
yeah,
Ladies, you take everything on the inside. You want a couch, you get it. You want a mixer, you get it. There's gonna be food in the refrigerator, you better have it. You need to cook it. You
yeah,
need to take care of the kids. And
yeah,
where they go to school is your prime responsibility. Now, my prime responsibility is I pick which neighborhood we go to. Now, I
yeah,
take your position into agreement or whatever, but I gotta pay for this house or this rent. I gotta make it safe. I gotta deal with people in the neighborhood. You like running your mouth, so I have to be in a place where I can, be safe. Police are gonna be on my side, whatever. You
yeah,
know, I'm definitely, I'm definitely the one who's going to decide that. If you're a woman that wants half and half, that's what you need to do. Otherwise, you know, just be traditional because you can't have what you had before. And I think that's what she's starting to see too. You can't have what you had before.
yeah. A lot of these dudes are weird today, bro. They be
Mm.
a lot of these guys. Well, both guys and gals. We say, I'm looking for a 50-50. Like, what the hell is that?
Uh,
I don't know what that is.
and it ain't even really 50-50. They lying. At first,
That's some
it's some
damn.
kind of 50-50, but they slow walk you out of that. And
Well, of
then
course.
and then they trying to say that, oh, these women overseas have you paying for their family and all this other stuff. I'm like, you must think
Well,
I'm stupid. Wait, wait,
well,
wait, wait. You must think I'm stupid. You got your own money. You've been stacking that behind my back, and then you ask me, should I give my sister some money? I've been giving her money. I'm like, when you been giving her money? What money you have? you know, they're busy giving that money on the back end, not in front of your face.
a
It's
lot
the
of these
same
dudes,
game.
a lot of these dudes, they take that out of context too overseas.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
like, bro, first off, you're not married to this woman,
exactly. That too.
so
It would be
you're not obligated to do that shit anyway. You just want to do it for whatever reason. I don't know. That's on
yeah,
you.
the
But
image, the
if you
image.
can't afford to do it, they're not gonna hold it against you.
No, no.
But you're not
It,
married anyway,
yeah, yeah,
so
exactly.
and y'all don't even live together.
No, no. Oh, you
So
talking about her? Oh,
so
shit.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Who? Me and her? No, no, nothing like that. But I'm just saying, when you're in marriage and stuff like that, and on a half and
Yeah,
half
that's
stuff.
now even if you're in a marriage, okay, that makes sense, whatever. But
Right,
even
right.
if you're, but if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Can't do it. No,
I'm not going
no.
to my family's first, my immediate
Exactly,
family first.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these guys will say, "Oh, I gotta give to her parents, and
Hmm.
I gotta sacrifice my kid." No,
No,
they never said that.
no.
You
You
know?
got to keep your household straight.
Yeah. These dudes are weirdos, man.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? On part, I just these movies, these television shows, they got to stop. They really got to stop.
Oh
None of
man,
that nasty
that
shit.
shit on television has gotten to be so bad. I can't even look at a lot of this shit.
Yeah, it's some wussy crap, and I'm like, something's got to give. It really does.
Even the internet is starting to be like television now, bro.
I don't know about that.
I remember. Let me tell you. I remember, man, when I came online,
Hmm.
it was no celebrities on here, bro.
Hmm.
That's like 15 years ago. It
Right.
wasn't no rappers. Wasn't no mainstream rappers. There wasn't no entertainers on here. It was just like
Excuse me.
working class people, basically, or
Yeah.
people that didn't have no jobs and
Hmm.
kids.
Right.
Now, like 2005, that's when a lot of celebrities started coming online,
Right.
and that's in 2012 is when these big networks started coming online,
Right.
and they
Right.
brought that same trash on television online.
And everybody's trying to be politically correct.
Yep.
Mm.
So I'm like, I don't. Sometimes, so a lot of times, I don't spend a lot of time on here like I used to. I just do what I got to do, or do whatever I want to
Mm.
do, and
Yeah.
I'm gone. You
I
know.
got a dumb question. Um. Oh, before we go on, the ones that you should you listen to for overseas is like something like Ed. What's his name? Ed Travels. Because man's been out there. He's been talking for
Who
years. Ed Travels. He hasn't been talking like passport stuff. He was talking about living over there, doing his own thing, just being quiet.
is it? Ed?
Ed Travels. Ed Travels.
Okay.
And now he's lighting it up and saying, yeah, yeah. But he's living that quiet life. Just he's not out there banging and doing all that stuff. He lives in a decent place and he's
Where
got
you
his
live
family,
at?
got his kids. I think he lives in Cambodia. Though. He lives in
Cambodia.
Cambodia. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's extra cheap. So
Yeah, Cambodia is cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know about. Mm. But but all that person and the guy, Filipino, black Filipino, yeah, those guys have been doing it for years. Like they'll show you the dirty parts, what's not. They'll do that. They'll go that far, But
Yeah.
unless they say somebody's cool, I don't take it seriously. I really don't.
Well, a lot of these people just be saying shit for shock value.
Oh, and the Forrest in Thailand. Forrest. He's an Asian dude.
The
Uh,
forest.
his name is Forrest with two R's. He's an Asian dude. Yeah, but he's ex-military like us. So's Ed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
So
and I'm more I'm well, I guess you can say I'm biased. I listen to what the veterans say.
yeah, yeah, the
Cuz I
veterans,
know they're not doing it for
the
laughs and
Flash.
giggles and clicks.
Hmm. Because
You
you
know.
tell somebody wrong and they're gonna wind up getting hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't say shit like, "Hey man, you don't got to write but nothing. Just
Yeah.
get your passport, get your plane ticket and go." No, go where? Where the hell I'm staying when I get there?
You average Joe, you you know. But if you say that to somebody and their brother or sister or whatever gets hurt or killed, and you were in the military and they were in the military, they're gonna come find you. they gonna,
Exactly.
they gonna hunt you down and they will take care of you. They might not kill
Exactly.
you, but you won't come out of there well.
Exactly.
Your
I don't think
information is
see,
out
I don't
there.
think see I think people or I know for a fact a lot of people that's not that haven't been in the military,
Hmm.
I think they're kind of they don't know how a lot of people get down.
Right. In other countries or how to deal with them in other countries.
Yeah,
Because
you
it's
got
like you're on your own. You're
yeah.
on the, when you're a military person, let's say you're out in the field and you're in a battle, you are subject to everybody, a village around you or whatnot. I mean, your whole team could go up in a firefight and you're by yourself. You aren't
Yeah,
getting out of there just by low crawling all over the place. Somebody will see you. They'll
yeah,
see you. And it's up to that person to tell on you, shoot you, or leave you alone, or pull you somewhere for safety. You have to be humble. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be sociable. At least go by their standards and not be a jerk while you're there. Because
yeah,
you never know, excuse my language, when it's your ass. When it's
yeah,
you out there, you're going to die if you don't do it
yeah.
right. I made sure I talked to them Korean civilians. Uh,
Yeah, it's the same rules apply when you travel.
mm. My fellow soldiers talking about, I ain't been out there outside of this campus since I got here. How long you been here? 10 months. You got 2 more months to live here. I'm like, how did you do that? How? How could you not leave?
Oh man, a lot of guys do that shit, bro.
I
I know guys that's been on the base for 3 years.
Yeah, but then something happens outside. You running around, you doing something for your country, and people get killed. You wouldn't even be able to find your way back to the base. You in the same city, and you can't even find your way. You don't even know what it looks like from outside.
Nah, I know quite a few guys that did that shit.
hmm I can find my way from one point to two cities, um, Daegu and Wagwan. I could do it every damn day.
And you know what was crazy?
What?
One of those guys that stayed on the base the whole time and never left the city.
Mm-hmm.
Now he got out, and he had a lot of money when he got out. Now he
Oh,
saved up. Now check this out. Within a year, he done spent all the damn money.
yeah, yeah. Oh God.
I said, man, you crazy as hell.
Yeah,
Wasting your
yeah.
damn time.
Uh, but
God damn.
but I'm gonna tell you right now. Uh, you know what? I don't know. Uh, how do you do that? I did a
That
little
was
something
the
like
funniest
that,
shit
but
ever.
I did a little something like that, but not like that. Not
Man,
like
he
that.
called, hey, bro, he had like 50,000 when he got out, bro.
Mm, mm,
He spent all that shit in the first year when he got out. I
damn.
said, man, you're a damn fool, ain't you?
What was it? I paid off my car. I did this. I did that. Uh,
I said, well, what are you doing, bro? He said, man, I went to Vegas a
mhm.
couple of times, went to Atlanta a couple of times, yeah, I went to LA a couple of times.
Why?
And he said, boy, that money just to party and bullshit around. He said, man, when I turned around, man, I had 5,000 left.
Oh God.
He said, man, I had to start working. I got to get a job now.
Yeah, but he should have gotten a job anyway. You never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
I said,
But
man, you wildin', bro.
I got, and then I got that money coming up from what's his name? That's coming too. Uh, but
VA?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the way they're acting, the way they're acting is suspicious because two of the things I'm talking about is all the way back to 1998, and they can't dispute it. And
What's in your
I pick,
files?
yeah, it's in my files, and
Oh,
I
well.
pointed it out then, and they said, "Oh, well, it didn't happen." And I was like, "It's in my problem brief. I told you all this. You already knew that." And then they're quiet. So now I'm waiting for them to say something. I'm
Oh,
waiting for them to
well.
say, "Yeah."
They'll get over it.
Uh,
You can't deny it.
I mean, they're the ones that said it. So I mean, what do you want me
Yeah.
to do? So I didn't have that problem before I got in.
Gotta
uh,
pay up, bitch. That's why I say, hey.
yeah, and I'm not trying to be mad at them. I'm trying to use them, but
Nah, I
at
ain't
this
mad
point,
either. But look, I did my time.
that's like this dude the other day from he's from Maryland, Mike Rowe. Yeah, no, I won't get into it, but he said some off-brand stuff. I was like, he was like, they can't find anybody to employ at these jobs now. There's a whole bunch of open jobs, but nobody's applying for them. I'm like, first off, most of the jobs you're talking about require a degree, you know, so, and they don't have that. And probably half these people are at home, as you say, in mama's basement, as you say, taking classes online. So they're not doing nothing. They're getting themselves together. And
You
then
talking in the government sector or private?
he's talking about private sector. So
Yeah, there's a
it,
lot of them.
people lost their homes, lost their cars and stuff like that, everything. And then he's talking like that. And I'm like, are you talking about them going to flip burgers or some other crap? Ain't nobody going back to that. You're going to have to hire somebody from overseas for that. I'm sorry.
Well, a lot of
This,
those
this,
jobs, the problem with,
this last thing really hurt a lot of people. They're all,
yeah, the problem with a lot of the jobs is the pay is low, man.
yeah, that too. This one lady in Pennsylvania, and I hope she's listening. Please send this to her because she thinks we're stupid. She said that she's got a job that's open. She got like 14, I think, maybe up to 30. I don't know. I think she said 14 jobs open. And it's in Pennsylvania. And she says she's paying $30 an hour and she'll train you on the job. No degree necessary. Okay, fine. But then I thought about for a hot second because I'm not stupid, right? See, the question you need to ask her is not how much or what you're going to do. You have to ask her where. Now she's in the middle of Pennsylvania or maybe in Pittsburgh. Okay. But if you're talking about Philly, $30 an hour is nothing. That's like me earning $30. I was earning $32 an hour years back in DC. And they were talking about more at that time they were talking about more than 2,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah, Philly's
And
expensive, man.
right. So I'm like, you're not paying anything. The
Yeah,
the going rate for somebody living decently in Philly is 40 to 45, maybe even 50 an hour. So I don't want to hear this from her. And I don't want to hear it from the company. They're not being realistic and they're not being mature. And I think that's what's really going on here. These people are not being realistic or mature. And you can't expect people to pick these jobs up. They don't pay anything. And you've got all these open jobs for ones that are paying something because those jobs are still open too. So which do? You run out there and get a job that doesn't give you enough time to go to school, take care of your family and whatnot, or continue staying in your parents' basement for another what year, 6 months, maybe 2 years, and then you go out there and get a high paying job or a decent paying job. Which would you do?
shit.
Because most of these jobs he's talking about, you traveling or whatnot, or they got these jobs in high fancy areas that you can't afford. And if you did live in those areas, I mean, you live in the dirtiest of dirty places and barely afford that. I do not
Yeah,
understand where they're coming from. I honestly don't. And
yeah,
especially
you
from
gotta
that
have.
dude. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, a lot of these people, you know, most of these jobs just don't pay enough.
Not at all. Not at all.
That's why you gotta have more than one income.
Yeah, yeah. But how do I put it? Like, say, for instance, DC and me working around there. I have to drive home every day. I was driving like 88 miles both ways. Down there, the only person who had time for that is the ones that lived there or they had houses, they got family, they could stay with family. I had none of that. None of that. And I'm driving back and forth, you know, beat. I left home at 3 o'clock in the morning and I got home at 6 p.m., maybe 7 from all that. And I worked my 8 hour day plus an extra hour for lunch. So I'm just like, there's no energy for this. There's none. You don't have a life. You really
Nah,
don't.
can't you can't do that shit forever.
No. And I almost did
You be burned out after a while.
from both ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Hey,
it's
I be telling my nephew, he's like what, 25 and he worked two jobs. I was like, yo,
mhm,
you're not gonna be able to do that shit but so long. You
yeah,
gotta kind of
save up.
trying to you gotta have to make a move and kind of
Right.
plan your way into something, get into something else that pays
Yeah.
more and you can have leverage in the future.
Yep.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that it provides you time.
Yeah.
Because your time is money.
Yeah.
Because wasn't nobody paying for me driving back and forth. Nobody was paying me the $500 a week I was spending in gas. You know.
Yeah. Now he work at a restaurant. He's a cook. Listen, man, ain't no money in that shit.
Nope.
And you got to get out of that shit, bro.
Nope.
You know, it's just
I mean,
it ain't enough time in a day for you to make money at a restaurant. Now, if you want to be a start a catering business, something like that, okay. But
yeah,
even then, that's gonna
that's
you
kind of
got
dangerous.
yeah.
Right now, that's kind of dangerous. Shoot.
well, we live in a small town now.
Right, right.
We live in
But
a
even
small.
if you come up here, and there's lots of stuff going on.
Yeah,
You and their grandmother and everybody else got a catering business.
yeah,
Yeah. who's who's cooking this party? Aunt Maybell from down the street.
yeah.
You
You know,
paying her how much? Well, it was 100, but
but I
it turned
told him,
out to be 2,000.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I told him, man, I told him to get into technology, man, in the
Yeah,
technology space. That's where the
yep.
money's gonna be, man, in the future.
Programming,
Yeah,
chemical engineering, anything chemical.
yeah.
Shoot,
You know,
they'll take you as an intern, paying you 75 a year as a chemical engineer.
they don't value food as much as they used to in this country.
No,
So the money ain't gonna be the way it used to be.
no.
You know, now you're always gonna have chefs, of course, but
Mhm.
it ain't but so many. It ain't but so
Fine
many.
dining.
Yeah, but it ain't the
Yeah.
way it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
They come out with shit, fast food everywhere and all this shit. Shit, you know, it's shit is
I,
shit is changing, man.
I can't believe he said that. Yeah, and let me tell you something about that dude. You know, Mike Rowe, the one that said dirty jobs. You know, he did that. He comes from the rich part of Maryland, the well-to-do part of Maryland. And there's liberals and conservatives, Democrats and Republicans that are in that part of town, and they don't.
Well, I don't even pay attention to anything they would say.
I, I'm just saying he said that on TV in front of
Who said that?
Mike Rowe on Dirt from Dirty Jobs, and
Oh, I
he's
don't
he
know. I don't know who
and
that
he
is.
said that, oh, it's the government that's paying for all these people living at home, all these men living at home. I'm like, first of all, and then said that all these women paying for these men to be taken care of. I'm like,
Stop it.
I was like, if
Come
you
on,
was a if you was a black man, I'd say nigga, please.
come on,
But
man.
I'm like, who do you know that has a woman or something like that? That you come up there and you're gonna stay there without bringing some money in,
This
something.
country functions on guys paying,
Hmm.
on guys
Even
paying out.
even if you got something from you know from Uncle Sam for like being out of a job, you know, yeah, ain't nobody gonna look at you positive. No woman's gonna do that unless you go into classes, unless you're going to take care of yourself. Your parents are going to keep you in the house unless you're going to classes, unless you're going to take care of yourself. especially these days when you look at the food prices and look at everything. I'm just like, he needs to stop talking out of his ass. And I hope he hears this because,
He's
yeah,
just trolling. That's all.
yeah,
Trying to
yeah,
get.
but he's trolling. He's trolling on national TV.
Yeah,
He said that on
trying to
national
get
TV.
he's trying to get some brownie points.
Yeah, well, he needs to get that brown out of his nose.
Yeah.
Shit.
See, that's a good example of what I'm talking about when it comes to television. People are just saying things they know it's not true,
Right. Right.
but they know somebody. There's a good chance it's gonna get picked up and gonna get some talking points
Mm.
online, and
You
it
know
could
what?
go viral.
You know what? Do me a favor. Let's say the high paying jobs that he used to do, on the show for fun. I want you to look. Do me a favor, because I want you to be the non-biased person, the middle person. I want you to look up on our database in Maryland for jobs like that, working on a fishing trawler, working out there on a drill rig, working out doing something like that. There's no offering for that. What about you'd have to fight to find training classes, and you find them, but they're usually closed. So most of these people are going to school online at home, like my ex is doing right now. She's going to school online. She's still working, but her field, luckily, she has is still open, and most of that field has women in it. I'm just like, you're not gonna get. And then even if you're a man that tries to apply for that field, they look at you funny.
Well,
In medical,
no,
basically
no,
medical.
no, they don't look at you funny
Hmm.
if you're gay or you're kind of
Yeah,
docile, weirdo
yeah,
type dude.
yeah,
When it
yeah,
comes to us, anyway.
yeah.
If you in their office switching, oh, they'll hire you. Come on down.
Yep. They,
But if you're a guy like me, oh,
straight up, dude.
I'm like, no, absolutely not. Yeah, he ain't
Mm-mm.
working there. Because I've learned, man, people can pick up on what type of guy you are
Right,
even over the telephone, they can pick up on it.
right, right.
This is why they'll call you first,
Mm.
and then they'll be like, okay, he's one. I think he's one. He's not our type of guy. He won't fit in good with us. Sometimes you can kind of get over a bit, and then they'll call you in for an interview. And then when you come in for an interview, that's when they're gonna really find out what type of guy you are.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Does any of your friends work in like a city or anything these big cities or whatnot? I
Yeah,
I, I need to clear something out. They ain't hood, right, or anything like that. Nothing
some
like
of
that.
them are.
Okay, the ones that ain't. The ones that ain't. Do they have a struggle finding jobs?
Uh, Not lately, but they did at one point.
It's just as I thought.
Yeah,
It's just as I thought. Well, it, mm, never mind.
yeah.
But
If
it.
you're well, that's good. If most people that's living in the hood, living in the hood is just, oh man, that's just a fucked up place to be. I mean,
Yeah,
it just the hood destroys people, bro.
yeah. But then they get in positions like HR, and they won't hire people that don't live that life or have that
Exactly.
type of background. And I'm like, wait, these type of people, the people like my mom, they weren't like that, helped employ you,
They'll
and
now
then you turn around and not employing us.
now they'll hire somebody from the hood if they know the person.
Yeah.
But if you they don't know you, the chances of you
Mm,
getting that job is slim to none.
yeah. But
This
then
is
you
why
get,
it's so hard for a lot of people to get out the hood.
yeah, yeah.
This is why a lot of people to get out the hood, they had to start their own business or something like that. Or get out in them streets and start trapping,
Yeah.
you know? Because they look at it like well, shit, if I don't do, I gotta do something. If I don't do anything, nothing's gonna change. So they back against the wall.
Right.
And then they managed to get they managed to save up a little bit of money, and then they get busted.
Mm.
So it's like, they'll be like, damn, I can't win for losing. So that's why that's why I say the hood fucks people up, man. It's a trap. It's a trap, man.
I can't. I can't do that. I can't. I gotta go. But you know what? I'm gonna take my time, take it easy. Whatever I gotta do, save up and do what I gotta do.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, when you're in the thing is, man, when they come to them streets, you can't win.
No,
You're not gonna win.
no,
You're gonna lose.
one way or the other.
Yeah. So that's why I would never even do that shit. Especially not today. Oh my God. Damn. I mean, it used to be back in the day, they had rules. The street dudes would look out for certain people or whatever.
Yeah, they actually look out.
But today, oh my God.
You on your own. I could, they would complain about your lifestyle, but they would respect what you do because you're not trying to.
Yeah, a lot of street dudes would, if they saw like younger people out there, they tell, hey, you need to go home, young blood.
It's like the first ones watch too many mob movies, and the second layer ones watch too many of these, what is it, Boys in the Hood. They mean watching too many of those movies. I'm like,
I don't know.
You think you think you hard? I'm like,
I think you got a lot
you're
of.
from you're from West Bel Air.
I think you got a lot of crack babies and a lot of single kids from single parent homes out here, and a lot of degenerates out in the streets now, and they don't give a fuck about nothing.
No.
And
I don't understand it.
They'll beat their parents up, beat the grandparents up. They don't give a fuck. And let me tell you something. The only way there was the average person in the 20s today, the only way they'll respect somebody like our age is if we're doing something that they like. That's the only way.
Right. You're right.
That's the only way. But if you're like, if we were like our parents was, our parents would tell us if we fucking up, they'd be like, hey, you no good for nothing. If you approach a young person like that in the 20s today, they'll whip their ass.
Exactly. The only thing that keeps that from happening is law. If it wasn't for the law, a whole bunch of stuff would change.
Man, a lot of them young, they very disrespectful today, bro. They don't give a fuck. It's like if you ain't doing nothing that they like, or they don't, maybe they be like, oh, what's up, OG? Yeah, I see you, this and that, whatever. If that ain't the case, shit, they're not listening to you. They're not listening.
Right. Well, let me get going. I gotta eat.
All right, man.
I'll
Take
talk
it easy.
to you later.
Peace.
Bye.
There you have it. Another episode. Like, share the video. Don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Dom DeMarco.